Well, the government is accused of disregarding actual workers and benefiting businesses just to keep the stats looking good. But it's still refusing to revise its $80 billion wage subsidy scheme to give money directly to employees.
The Labour chief is also ruling out any more of those $10,000 payouts for the unemployed. Hailey Jo has the story.
Secretary for Labour and Welfare Law Chi-kwang has conceded that the government is failing to make sure the wage subsidies paid to employers are ending up in the pockets of their employees. This after Labour groups called on the government to revise the scheme, saying some employers are forcing their employees to take unpaid leave after pocketing the subsidies.
Immediately, we asking the government, you need to revisit about the ESS criteria now, in particular in some of the hotel industry. After their employers taken these ESS money, then the employers still demand their staff to take over a month unpaid leave.
But Law rejected this on a radio program this morning. Law said if all the money goes straight to employees, employers wouldn't have enough money to pay rent and close their businesses, failing to protect jobs. But that's not what he said back in May, that if employers fail to spend the entire subsidy on paying wages for their employees, it would claw back the unspent balance or impose other penalties. But this morning, Law said due to a lack of manpower, the government cannot and would not check how companies use their subsidies as long as their headcounts remain the same. He also said if the government pays 2 million workers directly instead of 100,000 employers, it won't be able to process all the applications by next year. He also dismissed calls for $10,000 cash payouts for those out of work, saying it's a very complicated matter as involves public money. Hailey Jo, TVB News.